What is up, guys? How are you today? It's Steve-O here. Just going to do a little bit of a fragrance battle today. So we have CK Shock 1 versus Pure Havane from Thierry Mugler. Now, I think these are both very similar fragrances, but one is much better value than the other. And I'm about to tell you why. So, first we'll start with CK Shock 1. We'll give it a little bit of a spray, see how we go. Let that settle. That's really good. Look, for a $30 Australian fragrance of this quality, you really can't do a hell of a lot better, especially in the spring, autumn, and sort of the cooler months as well, going into. That's when this fragrance really shines. So your top notes are lavender, clementine, and cucumber. Middle notes cardamom, pepper, basil, and osmanthus. Try saying that 3 times quickly. And the base notes are tobacco, which is what I really pick up from in this particular fragrance. Amber, patchouli, woodsy notes, and musk. Okay, so what do I think about this fragrance? Very underrated and understated. The longevity is actually probably medium to strong. The sillage probably sits at about medium, so it doesn't boost out there, but it certainly gets people's attention. Really great value fragrance. We will compare it now to Pure Havane, Mugler Pure Havane. I did a little bit of Googling and did find out that this is actually discontinued, which is actually a massive shame because it's a fantastic fragrance. I've had it for years in my collection and do wear it from time to time, and I'll tell you why it's such a good fragrance and worth every penny if you can still get it. So give it a bit of a spray. Now, one thing about Mugler is these atomizers aren't great. So it's the worst thing about these Mugler bottles is the atomizer. In one word, it's trash. So look, it is what it is. Anyone who's had a Mugler bottle knows that that's not the best thing about it. But now we're going to get onto the fragrance itself. That's amazing. Look, I mean, this and this. That is a much lesser version of that. This really does still shine. Really for the projection side of things, and of course the longevity is really beast mode. I say it's almost beast mode with this guy. So it really does shine. You can spray it on the night before, and then wake up the next morning and still smell it on you. It's got a really fantastic, in my opinion, has a really fantastic cherry bomb hit to it, which this also has the cherry bomb hit to it, but less pronounced. I would say less pronounced if you are comparing the two. If you're comparing the notes on this guy, you are looking at, so the main notes, you've got tobacco and white honey are the top notes. Middle notes, vanilla, cacao, and patchouli. And the base notes, you've got amber, French labdanum, and styrax. So interesting base notes on that guy. Now, as I was saying, sillage is massive, longevity is massive. So if you want a beast fragrance, then it is a good option. The question I ask myself, is this worth over 3 times what this is worth? Honestly, after wearing the two, no, it's not. It's a much better crafted fragrance, I'll give you that. It's definitely quality. However, if you're looking at sub 50, sub 30, which it is, then it's fantastic. It's a really, really good fragrance. Even if you are just getting into the fragrance game, if you're new, you will need to get something that has a little bit of style, substance, and character. then definitely go for it. Now, obviously, quality versus quality, that is still better. If I was to rank them out of 10, I would give this a 9 because look, it's that good. It's 9 out of 10. It's definitely quality. Ranking this guy out of 10. Look, I'm basing it on everything: quality, value for money, lastability. I'd give it an 8. Look, it's a solid 8 out of 10, which is more than going to do the job. But if you were to ask me, if you had $100, would you, or 100 plus now? It's encroaching into the 120 plus now that it's very hard to get. Is it worth paying the extra? The answer is no. You are better off to go with Mr. CK Shock. So this is my first fragrance YouTube review. I'm hoping to do a few more, so go easy on me. Hopefully you got something out of that particular review. I'm going to try and do a few more, so bear with me, and I really hope you get something out of my fragrance battle here and what I'm going to do in the future. I've been a follower of the fragrance community for a long time, and I've been following what certain guys and girls have been doing. And one thing I really have noticed, that there hasn't really been not many Australian presences in the actual community itself. So I'm looking to get a little bit of an Australian flavour into the ever-growing fragrance community. So I'm really happy to give my little insight into what I think is good, average, and not so good fragrances. So please stick with me on this journey, and thank you very much for watching. Cheers.